Electric Fire 2 Hidden Chains Chapter 10.
I looked up at Sonic, feeling bad about the pain I caused him. He must have felt alone after I was left down in space. I bet it was hard for him not to know what my fate was, whether I was going to survive or not. Seems Gerald had succeeded in creating an immortal being. Must have been difficult for him to get rid of me after the cure failed. I guess I just wasn't worth saving to him. I think he never went to check on me while I was in the capsule in isolation by gun. I pretty much failed him in every way possible. He created me, and yet he hated me for not being what he expected me to be. But it isn't all my fault after all. I didn't want this. I never asked to be created. Silence surrounded me and Sonic for quite some time. I was just lost in my mind. I kept from lashing out though, despite remembering what Gerald put me through. At least now I can try and figure out what my next purpose is. I mean, I had to be put back here for a reason, right? I sighed a bit as me and Sonic stayed in the underground cave. It was quiet. We could hear birds chirping all around us. But not a thing in the forest stirred aside from nuts falling from the trees. Soft thumps could be heard from them. Even squirrels made a bit of a racket, scurrying up the trees or yelling at another squirrel. The forest was very calm, it seemed. I wondered if Metal had gotten up yet. Then I realized I still had the bands on. I needed to take them off and put my old ones on. The bands slipped off quite easily. I felt somewhat bad for tossing the bands to the side. Robotnik made them so I could keep on living without my energy getting in the way. I didn't want Metal to track me, if that was something Robotnik had done. Could he have been tracking me? Sonic just watched me. Not a word came from him though. I had a feeling he wasn't very trusting of me since I did almost have Metal Sonic knock him out. Back at the house. At least I can make it up to him now. After all, he did help me jog my memory. I still felt I owed Robotnik and Stone though, for saving my life. But I can't bring them, Sonic. I destroyed the bands by stomping on them. I couldn't allow the risk of being tracked.
What did you do that for?
In case Robotnik was tracking me with them. I know what he's planning on doing to you. His partner put me in a machine before. It had 2 settings that I know about. One to give back energy and one to take it away. Robotnik was waiting to use it on you. That machine saved my life, but it could possibly end yours. I had to tell him what Robotnik was up to.
I can take those guys on anytime. I doubt they'll kill me that easily.
He laughed a bit. He was full of confidence. I wasn't too sure about him though. Robotnik and Stone were kind to me, but this kid, seems they were enemies. He stopped laughing after seeing the look I gave him.
Itsuka fought Robotnik before.
I sighed a bit. I remember you telling me that story now. He almost beat you. You were lying in the middle of the road, barely alive. You could hear Robotnik speaking about how you didn't belong here. You also heard him say, get some ice and keep the body fresh. Then Tom spoke up, saying that you were his friend, and this was your home, and that you knew what being human meant. After he said that was when you woke and your powers unleashed. He looked a bit surprised.
Yeah, that's true. I've been practicing, though I don't think I can take another hit like that from Robotnik.
He smirked. Huh. Well, let's see about that. I smiled before attacking Sonic. He dodged. It wasn't like I was trying to harm him. He seemed to have gotten the idea. We fought for quite some time in his underground cave. It was quite fun, and the cave was very well made that it didn't collapse, though dirt often fell on top of us, but a very small amount. It was starting to get dark now. We couldn't hear the birds anymore.
We should probably head back. Tom doesn't like me staying out late on a weeknight. Also, Tom and Maddie missed you as well. They helped me look for you after what occurred on the Ark.
We were sitting on the ground at the time. We were filthy from the fighting. It was fun though. At the moment, we just were catching our breath. Alright, I'm sure Melisogin have left by now. We went back to Tom's. Of course, me and Sonic raced one another there. It was great to be back. Once there at the doorstep of Tom's, I had a strange feeling come over me. A feeling of belonging. Sonic stood beside me, smiling a bit.
Guess you got here first. The door should be on left, so you go ahead.
Instead, I just opened the door and held it open. You go ahead. Sonic laughed a bit.
No, you first.
But then someone appeared behind me.
What's going on out here?
Someone called out. Sonic looked back at the entrance of the door. I looked back too after flinching.
Oh, I don't know, Lord. Just us. Shadow's back.
Sonic replied happily. Tom looked at me and smiled.
Alright, well, come on in, you two. But you should probably shower first. Dinner is almost ready. I'll go let Maddie know we have a guest.
We nodded and went inside. Tom was right. We were pretty dirty from our fight. Sonic went first for the shower. It didn't take him very long though. I took an extra few minutes, mainly to fix my quills a bit. Unlike Sonic, I keep mine curved upward rather than down. Sonic waited by the bathroom door for me outside. He smiled a bit after I got out. Though we went to the kitchen table, the food smelled delicious. Tom seemed to be cooking something while Maddie set some food on the table.
Sorry, Shadow, I don't think I made enough for 4 people. Tom is making you something else.
It's okay, Maddie. Sorry I had you worried. Same for you, Tom. Maddie didn't reply. She just hugged me.
We all missed you after what happened.
I returned the hug. I missed you guys as well. Maddie let go of me to put food on Sonic's plate, along with Tom and herself. Tom brought some food to me once it was done. He made some soup for me. The others had chewy dogs with a side of corn. I didn't mind eating soup. Somehow, I felt I belonged here this time. I used to feel that I was taking Tom and Maddie away from Sonic. But now, I felt as though we were a family. I don't know how to explain it. No, I don't exactly see Sonic as a brother nor a rival, just as a friend. He and Tails can keep their brotherly relationship. I'm fine with just being his only hedgehog friend. I still don't exactly have a purpose though. It's still unclear on why I'm here. I know Maria wanted me to live, but I still feel that I don't have a future. If Gun knew I were back, well then, I'd be good as dead. At least, I'm the only one they want. But Sonic also has an enemy as well. One he won't be able to shake off, all because of me.